Welcome back to the My Pro Golfer channel. Today we got a great episode as we are in the middle of sports season. Fall going into winter. We just had the World Series, which is great baseball and softball events. We have basketball, which is a great movement pattern for the golf swing. And then we're also in the middle of football. And all those things, we talk a little bit about hockey, and that's good in a sense, but it's like 60 degrees out here. I'm already cold. I don't want to add ice to the equation, but for all you hockey players, all my Canadian students, hockey is not a bad option as well. So today we're going to take you through the three sports and how they relate specifically to things you can do in those sports and get better at golf each and every day. Hey, thanks for watching today's episode. Here at My Pro Golfer, you know we like to keep things simple. And today, I've got a special gift for you to help you never miss a 5-foot putt again. Click the link below and download today. All right, gang, so if you're a fan of the channel, you know quite a bit about the olive tree method. It's a 4-step process. Step 1 is setup, which is just basically getting yourself in an athletic position. So let's talk a little bit about the athletic position, okay? So in basketball, I want you to think of a basketball player in relation to a golf player as somebody getting ready to shoot a foul shot or somebody trying to guard you. So if I'm trying to guard you, my body weight is on the balls of my feet. I'm getting ready to say, okay, which way is he going to go, left or right? Because golf is a rotational movement with a club and a ball that's standing still. And so we can react to a player very easily if we're in an athletic stance. And so now we're trying to create a position to react to a ball that's standing still and actually smash it into the ground to send it up in the air. And so if you think of basketball, you want to think about a foul shot, or even better, probably an athletic position where you're going to guard somebody. So then in football, it's similar. In football, golf is a push and pull sport. So we're going to get ourselves set up to kind of guard a defensive player is going to guard a wide receiver or a quarterback that's under center. So I often say a lot of this kind of feel. It's like blue 32 said hut, we got the ball in our hands, we're engaging the floor, we're going to get ready to move. Okay, so if you watch my little tiny intricacies of the body, my movement's going to get down so I can get that ball, and then I'm going to fake a pitch. That's step 2. So in the body, we're trying to fix and move this way and fake a pitch. All right, in baseball, we're going to get our bodies set athletically to try to not hit. We're not going to stand back here and go. We're going to try to be ready to go left and or right based on a hit. So third base, second base, first base. First base is great for lefties, third base is great for righties, and you want to get in that position. Those are the three sports. Because hockey, I have to be on skates. Not quite sure how to set that up for you. You always want to be moving, and you're always moving kind of in hockey. So we don't want to necessarily do that. We want to build the body to get set, ready to go. And I just don't play hockey, so that's not a great sport for me to teach you how to do it. But I play all the other three on different levels. And so my body's here. I'm trying to get ready to field a ground ball. We'll get back into how that relates to step 2 next. All right, so for those of you that are paying attention, you saw that I got a little bit ahead of myself. So now we're getting into step 2, and if you could comment below on what I had said that engage that in the football part of this equation, then great. Now, from a basketball, we're going to go back to basketball, then we're going to go football, then we're going to go baseball. So basketball, I'm in that foul shot or guarding position. I've got a shooting rack right here of balls, and I'm going to try to shoot the shot, right? So if I'm getting ready to shoot, I want to engage my body. I want to engage the floor. I want to feel like I can move athletically. Now I'm going to turn my body and grab a ball off the shooting rack. It's a big deal. A lot of us, our balls are in the cabinet in the home kitchen. And we go up like this, and we stand up in the shot because we're trying to create power incorrectly. If I were to try to shoot a shot and I were to start here, I'd be in real trouble. But if I want to shoot a shot and grab a ball and now I push down on the floor, well, heck, I could do that no problem. And so that's the first feel if you're a basketball player. Shooting rack, athletic, turn, grab a ball off the shooting rack. Now, football, I said it a little bit already. So under center, getting ready to move, getting ready to run. I'm a run offense. I'm gonna fake a pitch, hike, fake a pitch to my halfback coming out that way. Boom, did it quick. Got to get to the goal line fast. We're gonna grab and pitch quick. That's the feel of what I want you to feel if you're a football fan. Now, if you're a baseball fan, you want to play, I'm a right-handed player, so I'm gonna play third base. All right, here, getting ready for the pitch. Boom, backhand, grabbing the ball. And that is the positions of step 2 of the olive tree method. Remember, no matter how good at golf you are, you're always gonna do athletic movements. We can teach athletic movements to non-athletic people in golf because it takes time. There's no pressure. You just take all the time you need to make the movement pattern to hit the shot that you want. And so next, we're gonna do those 3 sports. We'll talk specifically about how do we get to impact the most difficult part of golf from the positions we just talked about. All right, so here's the hardest part, and it's the part where the club actually touches grass and gets to the, ideally below the equator of the ball. And a lot of times I'll get people to step 3 and then they'll quit because it's just so dang hard. It's so odd. But if they stick to it and they get to step 4, then you can really do it. And here's what it's gonna look like. So I think we started with basketball, so we're gonna do that same idea here. We're gonna get ourselves built in that basketball position. Shooting rack's here. So we're set up athletically. We're gonna turn and get the ball off the shooting rack, and then nothing good happens moving up. Everything good happens moving down. And so a lot of people will actually bounce pass here versus there. So I want you to feel the engagement of the shooting rack and then bounce pass. Shooting rack, bounce pass. We're trying to create the body to go where we want, and then we're gonna plug the club into that position. So that's bounce pass. Now football, we just faked the under center hike. We just faked it. And then we wanna turn around and throw to our slot receiver who just stepped 1 yard back of the line. We've got the linebackers to move, and then we were able to slot receiver and give him a chance to get out and around as quick as possible. So it's that underhand feeling like we're throwing the ball. So now we're gonna get to baseball. And this one's probably the easiest because you have to do so much downward movement to get a ball off the ground. And then you're gonna step and throw to first, underhand. It's absolutely pivotal. If you don't play any of those 3 sports, but you've played cornhole, cornhole is very similar to impact and finish of the tossing of low. If you were to go up like that, the body would throw the club, the cornhole real high in the air. You want to feel that cornhole sensation of kind of encourage that step 3 position. And after that, you'll be on your way to step 4, which we're going to get to next. Hey, just want to remind you to not forget on getting your free gift below on how to never miss a 5-foot putt. All right, gang, so moment of truth. It's the last piece of the olive tree method, and once you get the movement patterns down, you're hitting the ball pretty consistently solid. The ball's going up in the air. It's moving towards its target, and then after that, my job is to go further in the logo to learn short game, course management, all the little things that all these leaves and branches in the tree create. And so the key is, can you come here in the garden, plant your seed, and let me grow your game at least enough so that we get some root structure and we get the base of the tree starting to grow. That's my gift to all of you, is this olive tree method and how it works. So the last piece, we're gonna go football first. Nope, we're gonna go basketball first. Shooting rack, balance, shooting rack, bounce pass, and then just let that bounce pass go and watch your player dunk it, lay up, shoot it, whatever, from that lead leg. Baseball, football, set hut, fake, throw, pose. Oh, look at him go, man, he's scoring a touchdown. Wow, that was a really great play, great play. Okay, and then lastly, baseball, okay? Body's here, we're getting athletic. Here comes the ground ball, ba-boom, ba-boom. We're gonna throw to first. Wham, did I get him? Boom, yep, watched it all the way till I got to the mitt, confirming that I'm gonna throw that really, really crisply, and all those things work together for good. So let's grab this ladies 8-iron right here, little training aid. We're gonna get set up in those sports. We're gonna rotate in those sports. We're going to brush the ground using those sports, and then we're going to finish on our lead leg to hold that pose. And when we put all those things together, and you can't do them out of sequence, it's really important to do it all together. Let's set up athletically, turn fully behind the golf ball, brush for those 12 inches, and finish fully on our lead leg. And once we put all those things together, we'll make shots and contacts just like that. Hit a nice little draw out there, about 160 yards with an 8-iron, which is better than most of my shots. Maybe I should try to use these ladies' shafts. Might help me a little bit, but the divot is nice and long and thin, going all the way through the target line, and I've just completed a successful shot. If you work on these things in the sport that makes the most sense to you in your house on a regular basis, and then get that club to fit into that movement pattern, you will become a better golfer, I guarantee it. That's why a lot of your pitchers and catchers, a lot of your jump shooters, and a lot of your quarterbacks play very high-level golf after their careers are over, because it's the same desire of competition, and you can compete with yourself, and it's the same mindset of the movement patterns that they've already done for years and perfected at a very high level. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, subscribe. If you haven't, like this video. Share below in your comments what sport you want to play, and then if there's something else I could put out here on YouTube that'll help you grow your own game from the garden, I'd be happy to help. We'll see you next Thursday at 4 a.m.